All right. Thank you, Chair and members of the committee. I am next proud to present AB 1049, a measure that would remove a complicated rule called the sponsor deeming from the eligibility determination process in the California Food Assistance Program, commonly referred to as CFAP. CFAP is the state-funded counterpart of CalFresh and provides benefits to thousands of Californians who are unable to access essential food benefits solely due to their immigration status. When determining eligibility for benefits through CFAP, sponsor deeming adds the income and resources of an immigrant sponsor. Because of this process, low-income immigrant households fear that their household or sponsor will experience negative consequences as a result. This fear can cause families to miss out on essential food benefits. Sponsor deeming stigmatizes eligible immigrant families' use of public benefits. A research report produced by the Urban Institute found that in 2022, 1 in 6 adults in immigrant families with children avoided public programs because of green card concerns. Our families in need should not have to fear accessing resources. AB 1049 removes barriers for struggling families to gain access to the food they deserve and need to thrive. Speaking in support of AB 1049 is Alexandra Gay, attorney at the Neighborhood Legal Services of Los Angeles, and Melissa Arvizu, Director of Nutrition and Food Security Programs at National Health Foundation.
All right, 2 minutes each, please. Thank you.
Hello, Chair and members. My name is Melissa Arvizu, representing National Health Foundation and the Food for All Coalition, serving the communities of Los Angeles County. Today I'm here to speak on behalf of Elena, a resident of El Monte who could not participate here today due to fear of appearing in person. Elena has been in the U.S. for many years and received her green card in 2019, with her sister acting as her sponsor. Tragically, in that same year, Elena lost her sister unexpectedly. Despite this hardship, Elena has continued to work hard, and at 61 years old, she applied for CalFresh benefits in May 2024 to help secure access to food as her income had not been enough to make ends meet. Elena lives with her niece, her only family member here in the United States, as she left her children and relatives behind in El Salvador. After applying for CalFresh, Elena waited for months to receive a response and was eventually informed that she did not qualify and told to provide her sponsor's income and documentation. Even though her sister had passed away 5 years ago, Elena was still required to provide her late sister's documentation in order to access those benefits she so desperately needed. Elena sought help and met with her caseworker who denied her request to provide proof of her sponsor's death. Elena made multiple attempts to show that she could not provide her sponsor's income, but each time was met with more obstacles. Eventually, Elena became discouraged and gave up. To this day, 1 year after applying for assistance, she has not received the support she desperately needs. Each month, she continues to face food insecurity, running out of money, and going hungry. Elena asked me to share her story today with the hope that no one continue to face the same unnecessary barriers that sponsor deeming has placed in the way of accessing vital benefits. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Next witness, please.
Good afternoon, Chair and members. My name is Alexandra Gay, and I'm an attorney with Neighborhood Legal Services of Los Angeles County, a legal aid organization that serves low-income residents of LA. My focus is improving access to safety net programs for eligible immigrants, and through that work, I regularly see cases in which permanent residents are denied access to CFAP because they're unable to comply with the sponsor deeming rules. For some, the requirement to provide information about their sponsor's whereabouts prevents them from completing an application, though they may be eligible, because they've lost contact with their sponsor, or they may fear that providing this information will get their sponsor in trouble with the government. For others, even if they're exempt from providing their sponsor's information because they're indigent, or they're a survivor of violence, or they have sufficient work history, they are prevented from enrolling in CFAP because county eligibility workers often do not apply the exemptions properly. Streamlining the application rules for CFAP by eliminating sponsor deeming during the first 3 years of admission would benefit people like our client, Mr. L. Mr. L is a 70-year-old monolingual Mandarin speaker. He has no income, and he has very serious health issues, including diabetes. He received his green card last year and was sponsored by an acquaintance who's no longer in the U.S. and by his son, who's now unhoused and experiencing a financial and mental health crisis of his own. When Mr. L applied for CFAP earlier this year, he was denied because he could not provide sufficient information about his sponsors, and the county worker did not assess him for the indigence exception. He has been left without any money to buy food. If the provisions of AB 1049 had been in place, Mr. L would have been permitted to complete the CFAP application and would likely already be receiving vital food assistance. It is our understanding that a separate CFAP application would not be needed if AB 1049 were implemented. Rather, instructions on the current application could be updated and county workers trained about how to assess CFAP eligibility without requesting information about sponsors, which is so onerous. Thank you so much for the opportunity to comment.
Thank you very much. Exactly on 2 minutes. Now, if other members of the public who would testify in support of the bill, please come to the microphone in support of the bill.
Kevin Aslanian, Coalition California Welfare Rights Organization. Strong support for AB 1049.
Hi, Jackie Mendelson, Policy Advocate at Nourish California, proud co-sponsor of AB 1049. Thank you so much. In strong support.
Ethan Lars Salinas on behalf of ACLU California Action and Support. Thank you.
Oscar Sandoval with the Children's Partnership in strong support of the bill.
Hi, Benny Michelle with the California Immigrant Policy Center, proud co-sponsor in support, also sharing support on behalf of ACLU California Action.
Good afternoon, Chair and members. Alejandro Solis for the Coalition for Humane Immigrant Rights of Los Angeles, Chirla, in support. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Andrew Shane, Grace Angel Poverty, in support.
Rebecca Gonzalez, Western Center on Law and Poverty, in support.
All right, thank you. Now, are there any witnesses in opposition to the bill? Opposition. Any members of the public who wish to speak in opposition to the bill? Seeing none, I'm going to bring it back to the committee. Any questions or comments from committee members? All right, I'm going to invite the author to close.
Thank you. I am so grateful to be on this committee with all of you. I know we all know no one should go hungry, and our immigrant community shouldn't live in fear. AB 1049 is an opportunity to reduce food insecurity in California and bring equity to our food safety net. And I just want to thank you, Chair and members, for hearing this bill today. And I request your aye vote.
All right, thank you so much for bringing this bill forward. It is a common sense bill to reduce barriers and modernize this program to make sure that every Californian does not go hungry, especially programs that are available to them. And I would love to be added as a co-author, too, if you'll have me.
Happy to have you.
And I am, of course, recommending an aye vote. The bill has been moved by Assemblymember Calderon and seconded by Assemblymember El-Hawari. Madam Secretary, please call the roll on AB 1049.
The motion is due pass to the Assembly Appropriations Committee. Lee?
Aye.
Lee, aye. Castillo? No. Castillo, no. Calderon? Aye. Calderon, aye. El-Hawari? Aye. El-Hawari, aye. Jackson? Aye. Jackson, aye. Rodriguez?
Aye.
Rodriguez, aye.
5-1, that bill is out. Congratulations.